Good morning, good morning, good morning. Grab your beverage and have a seat and join me. This one is You Are Worth It with a smiley face, in case you need a smile to brighten your day. Yes, today is the mushroom coffee. Back to mushroom coffee. Let me know what you're drinking. Oh, goodness, that tastes good. And I'm outside because it's so stinking nice out here. Yes? And I've got these beautiful flowers on either side of me. Look. Aren't these gorgeous? Yeah, and my hydrangea are starting to come in a little more blue this year, which is good. And so I'm sitting out here enjoying the sunshine, starting my day off on the right foot. How are you starting yours? Are you starting it off? Are you having a terrific Tuesday? Or maybe it's the end of your day. Or maybe you're seeing this at the end of your day. I hope you had a terrific Tuesday. And what do I want to share today? Well, we've talked enough about wellness, right? Talked enough about wellness. I want to talk a little bit about retirement because it's staring me in the face. And for many of you, you might be having that come sooner than you anticipated. You know, it's good golly, I thought it was so far away. And when I retired 10 years ago, failed miserably, was absolutely miserable, and fearful of attempting to do that again. I am now putting things in place so that it's not going to be horrible, that it's not going to be the darkest days of my life. Because let me tell you, those were scary dark days. Those weren't just dark days. Those were scary dark days. And it was due to the fact of a, perfect storm. I had just moved into this house. I was dealing with empty nest. I had adrenal fatigue. I had blown my adrenal glands, so I could barely function. My dog had just passed, and for the first time in a very long time, I was all alone, solo, by myself, and was, even John, he would, go on his trips, and it was just me with no dog, no work, no children, no friends, because I had just moved. And all my friends, even though they were only about 30 minutes away, they were all still working. And so when I decided to no longer work, during that tumultuous time, it wasn't a recipe for success. So I am on a mission to ask more and more people who are retired, as you know, who are enjoying retirement this time, what do you do? And I remember asking a lady a long time ago. I played pickleball for a hot minute, and there was a woman who played all the time. And I would ask her, I was like, you seem to really love retirement. What do you do? And you know what she said? She said, I stay busy. I play pickleball. I play golf. I don't sit at home. And that was something that was very interesting. So I put it in the back of my head. Now, when I retired, did I find something to take up my time? No. Did I do the things that she suggested? No, I did not. I sat in my own little sorrow, self-pity bubble and retreated and got quieter and quieter. Never said anything to anybody. Just suffered in silence by myself in my house. And this time around, I'm not doing that. First of all, I'm not going to do that. First of all, I have a list of 100 different hobbies. Then I'm going to go down the list. I did, during my first retirement, I did pick up crochet. I really liked that. I really, really liked that. So I might pick that one back up. I also have found a group of women who are, at different phases, different transitions in life, and they're planning all sorts of activities. Bingo, gonna do that. There's also a camp that I found that is an adult camp. I think I'm gonna sign up for that. Even though it's only a weekend, I'm gonna sign up for that. I'm going to give myself permission to explore doing things and not have to love them. Like, maybe I do this camp, I'm like, yeah, peace out, this isn't for me. Maybe I don't know, decide to do a book club and then be like, yeah, I don't like to feel forced to read. I don't like the things they're reading, blah, 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 blah. Maybe I don't, whatever. Not have to do it. And so I'm going to give myself permission. I've got 100 things on my list. 100. Are you ready to go with me on this journey? My daughters are going to help me along on this next phase, this next chapter. And something else that I realized is that one of the fears, one of the uncomfortableness, one of the things I don't want is I don't want to be... what's it called? The only word that comes to mind is archaic, but that's not the word I'm looking for. Not irrelevant. It's when you're not up to date on things. And I'm not saying current events. I'm like a cell phone or a chat GPT, for instance, right? That you're not up on those things. I don't want to have nothing to talk about, because I have nothing going on except I get up, I walk, I have coffee with you, I deal with, I entertain and interact with Duncan, and that's it. Like, I just had that with somebody I know that just doesn't have a whole lot to talk about because they don't have a whole lot going on. And I don't want to have too much going on, but I also don't want to have nothing to talk about. You know what I mean? When people say, hey, what's going on? What are you doing? And I'm like that, like deer in headlights. Like, I just get up and have coffee and walk my dog, and I don't know, the day just goes by. Yeah, I don't want that. So that means if I don't want that, I want to have something to chat about. I want to have something that I'm interested in that I'd like to share. And in order to do that, I need to go on a mission and explore some things and give myself permission to not love them. The other thing that I sat next to somebody on a plane who was retired, and we got into a long conversation about retirement, and he gave me some things to really ponder and think about, questions to ask, questions about what do I like in my life right now, and what do I want to create more of when I stop. So, maybe that's, I actually like interacting with people. So what can I do to interact with people? Or I actually really enjoy planning events. What can I do that can get me involved in planning events, but not have the pressure and the responsibility and the stress that comes associated with it? Start looking at the things that I like about what I do and do more of that. Find ways to do more of that in retirement. Now, I've got a friend who's retired and lives in a retirement community, Linda, if you come on, who joined the welcome committee in her community. She helps to plan events for the community. She's done like Color War. I don't know if you know what that is, but in camp they have Color War where you do all sorts of competitions. You split up into teams, and each team has a color, and you compete against each other. And she helped to run Color War. So there's opportunities to put the things into practice and that I enjoy without the stuff that I don't, which is the getting the money, getting the backing, getting the financing, getting the people there. Those I don't love. I don't want that stress. It becomes a lot of work at that point. And I want the fun part, not the work part. Yes? I want the fun part, not the work part. How would you do your day if you could just fill it with the fun stuff that you like doing? Just curious. What would that look like for you? I don't know what that would look like for me, so I'm going to go on an exploration journey. I'm going to take you along. And the other thing that the gentleman said was a game changer for him when he stopped working was he treated the everyday like it was a job. He needed to trick his brain, his mind, into dealing with the everyday as if it was a job. So getting together with friends is a meeting. You see what I'm saying? I don't know, mowing the lawn is a project, right? And he said that really helped him transition from the work to being retired at home. And so that is a huge mindset shift. Huge, don't you think? I think that's a huge mindset shift. When you start treating the fact that taking a sauna is not a luxury, but a necessity that I need to schedule time for and treat it as a priority like I would a project. Scheduling time with friends and reaching out and actually making friends and fostering friendships is a project, is I'm going to treat it and give it the priority that I did with the women's empowerment experience. And so it's a totally different perspective shift, a mind shift, a different way of looking at life as I'm preparing to go into this next chapter. And like I promised you when I started coming on, good golly, it's been almost a year. Can you believe it? I think it was a year ago, August. So it's coming up on a year, September, that I was going to be real. I wasn't just going to be highlight version. I'm not going to just have a highlight reel telling you all the good stuff. And so in keeping my promise to you, I know that I have shared that another thing that I have been doing is a Lunch and Learn series. It's a 4-part Lunch and Learn series, hour and a half, once a month, starting when? Tomorrow, where I had gotten together with a sleep doctor, and we were talking all about sleep. And, I had one person sign up. I promoted it. I had speakers promote it. I had the Chamber of Commerce promote it. I had one person sign up. So yesterday, 48 hours out, I decided to cancel it. Yesterday afternoon, I contacted the venue. I contacted the doctor, the sleep doctor. I contacted the one person that signed up so that I could give them their money back. Very sad, because it was going to be amazeballs. Because it wasn't just about sleep. We were going to have fun. There was activities, there was connection, there was more than just the sleep doctor. And so, a little bit sad, but it is what it is. And no sooner did I do that, but yesterday afternoon, what happened? Not one, but 2 people attempted to sign up. 2. Now, would I have held the event with 3 people? I don't know, possibly. I would have liked to have had a minimum of 5 to hold the event. But with 3 people, would I have held it anyway? Possibly, because there was no cost to me. And so I would just be helping the 3 people. But I only had one, and I wasn't willing to take up the doctor's time, an hour and a half, 2 hours of her time for one person. And it did not mean that that one person wasn't important. I just felt like in order to have interaction, we needed to have more than one person. So I canceled it. And then I decided, do I cancel the whole damn thing? What would you do? Would you cancel the whole thing? Would you chalk it up to people are on vacation? Would you say, I guess nobody's really interested? What would you do? Let me know in a comment below. Would you cancel the next one, which is in, what? It's the 12th. So that's in 3 weeks. Would you cancel that one too? Or would you start promoting the crap out of that? Well, I'll tell you, I decided to promote the crap out of that. And I'm not sure where I'm holding it yet. I've got a couple of different places. But I don't want to reserve places and then not need them. Because some of the places require me to have money down. And I don't want to do that. Even though it's minor money, even though it's like, I don't know, $50 or something. I don't want to do it. If I'm not going to have it, I don't want to have the money out. So what would you do? How long would you let people sign up before you made the decision? That's another great question. Should I have waited until today to make that decision instead of yesterday? You tell me. Well, I'll tell you that I made the decision because every day I would wake up and with not more people signing up, my enthusiasm drained. My motivation vanished. And it wasn't that I got bitter or angry or just disappointed. Frustrated a little, but more disappointment and sadness than anything else. And so we canceled tomorrow's, but we still have 3 more. The next one's all about your money journey, how to invest it, how to save it, how to prepare for retirement, how to know you have enough. When do you know you got enough? So that's what's happening on the 12th of August. Mark your calendar. Let me know if you'll join me or if you know someone who's interested. The next one after that is mine, and it's all about how to get more done in less time without the overwhelm. Interested in that one? That one's September 9th. So yeah, let me know about that one. And the last one is all about eating on the go, eating healthy on the go, because we're all so damn busy. And so mark your calendar, get your ticket. You can bring a friend for free. I'd love to have you join me. And I, again, will take you on this journey. Not every thing I do, not every event I host ends up in the way that I had anticipated, right? Do I consider it a failure? Great question. I'd love to answer that. No, I don't consider it a failure because there's nothing that I could have done any different or any better. It's not on me. It's people were busy. People weren't interested. People had other things to do. Whatever it was, that doesn't mean that I'm a failure. That doesn't even mean this event was a failure. Maybe it was timing. Maybe it was an issue of timing with it being in the summer. It just is. It's not good or bad. It just is. So often I used to give meaning to what is. And now it just is. It's not a failure. It's not a success. It's just a stepping stone. It is what it is. It didn't work out the way I envisioned. That doesn't mean it's a failure, right? What do you consider a failure? These are all big, really big questions. What do you consider a failure? What do you consider a success? Is it a success, the fact that I even attempted that? Is it a success that I got 3 other people to speak? Is it a success that I got somebody to sign up and 2 others interested? Is it a success that I got somebody who was willing to allow me to use their space for free? Aren't those all successes? I'm going to let you ponder that. So, with all those successes, is the event a success? There's not a yes or no answer. There's not a right or wrong answer. It just is what it is. But it's interesting to take the time to actually be aware of what we think, what I think is a success, and what I think is a failure. Doesn't matter what society thinks. Who cares? Who cares? Right? Many people might say that, oh, Aim, that was an epic fail. You got 1 person with 2 others interested. That's a failure. Is it though? Is it? I don't know. What do you think? And what are you doing today to make it totally terrific? Let me know in a comment below. Today, I don't know what I'm doing to make it totally terrific. You know what? I am actually talking with 2 interior designers and setting up a time for one that I talked to yesterday to come by and see my house. And I truly think that this second batch of outreach will give me the person that I want to work with. You know, just because the first batch of 5 or 6 or 7, however many I talked to, they weren't quite the right fit. I felt like Goldilocks and the 3 Bears, if you're familiar with that story. That story. How Goldilocks came to a house and, you know, one bed was too hard, one bed was too soft, and the third bed was just right. You know, the first bunch of people I reached out to, they just weren't quite right. You know, some of them couldn't do it. Some of them, their schedules wouldn't allow. They were too busy. Some, I wasn't a perfect fit for them. My project wasn't big enough. You know, so different things prevented me from working with them. Some of them I just didn't click with. Some of them I didn't like their style. Some of them I thought that for what they were offering, for the money they were charging, it wasn't worth it. It wasn't worth it. So I continue to search because I know the right person is out there. And once I have that right person, it's going to click, it's going to be enjoyable, it's going to be amazing, and the end result is a bathroom that I absolutely love. And so I'll let you know. I talked to someone last night that shows promise. We'll see. I also have 2 more calls today. So we'll see. And I've got a call, and you know what? I might just decide on that before I even get a chance to do the last call, because she had nothing available this week. Not even for a quick chat. And so I might find my person before I even get to talk to her. And that's okay too. So that's what I'm doing today to make it totally terrific, as well as talking to you. Starting my day out in nature with my furry friend here, always by my side, right? Oh my God, he's so stinking cute. He is my big teddy bear, you guys. He really is. Yeah, talking about you. My friend. And just being able to sit outside in this beautiful weather talking with you, what a great way to start my day. And hopefully my hubby will start feeling better here, because he still feels like Like my friend Claudia says, he feels like crap in a can. And so hopefully he'll start feeling better. And maybe a little bit of sunshine. Yeah, maybe he should come out and sit outside for a little bit and get some sunshine and fresh air. Will help push this virus along its path so that he can get better quicker. And I guess I will just check back in tomorrow. But take some time. Ask yourself those difficult questions. When I did, it provided a lot more clarity and made me feel a lot better about the journey that I'm on instead of stressed out. Hopefully they'll help you as well. All right, my friend. Cheers. I'll see you tomorrow. Make it a great day.